Have you ever experienced that kind of time in life when you are ready to move with something, you're ready to take action, but life is such that you can't actually take action right now? So you've got all these ideas, all this energy, and all these plans, and all these things that you want to do, but you can't actually move forward yet. So that's where I am right now in my business. And what I wanted to share in this video is how I'm learning to stay calm when the timing is not in my hands. So when I'm not in control of things, because it's so easy to want to control everything around us. And I'm very guilty of this. So if you're waiting on something that's beyond your control, this video is the aim of it is to help you find steadiness in that waiting period, basically. And I'm going to show you how I'm dealing with the frustration and how I'm keeping focus and using this kind of waiting season as a bonus to help me not burn out. Okay, so my story, where am I right now? Well, at the moment, I'm building something in my business, and the structure of where I'm building, we've been promised certain tools that are coming out and that they keep getting pushed back and pushed back. And I've got all these plans and all these things that are ready to be released, and I can't even tell people about them yet. And I'm like, And it's all in there, and I'm holding it all in. And I know that I've lined things up and they're coming soon. And I find it really frustrating because I want to tell everybody. I find it very hard not to tell people what's going on, but I also want to start doing the things that I can do to move everything forward. But I can't do those things yet because the timing's not right and the availability is not there. So I can't use a tool that's not there yet. So it's a bit like I'm stuck in this situation where my brain is saying, like, go, go, go. But all the external circumstances are such that it's like you can't go yet. You've just got to wait. And I'm like, I don't want to wait. And it's kind of like a mismatch between my inner fire and the outer reality of life. And this can be for me, this in my life, this has been a real, really difficult one for me. I'm very much an active push go-getter. I was brought up very much into astrology, and I'm double cardinal on my main three, which tends to make me, I'm double cardinal, but also I've got Mars in Aries rising, Mars in Leo rising. So it makes me very action oriented and like very driven to do stuff, which can often mean that I'm just doing stuff before I've thought anything through, because my whole setup is let's just do it. So in some ways this is good. It's good for me to learn how to calm down and to take my time and not just go for it. And to realise that I'm not actually being blocked. And to treat it like a loading phase. So like a bit like when you're trying to load something up on your computer and it's going really slowly, so you're loading it. And it's the kind of compression time before expansion. Or the best image I've got is if you're pulling a bowstring back, so you're pulling that back before it goes bing. So I'm in the pulling back phase, which feels really hard because it can feel tense. Because it's just about before releasing something powerful, before getting that big surge forward. So I'm pulling it back and I'm waiting. And I'm getting used to that. So I'm kind of like, thought I'd frame this around the nervous system for you, because this isn't just the nervous system. This is also mentally, but it's a bit of both. So they're kind of, because it's a two-way system, they're feeding into each other. So because I feel, and it's linked to things that happened in the past with burnout and stuff and not achieving my goals maybe. So because I'm feeling like I can't move forward, there's a little bit of pushback from my nervous system through that fear of feeling like maybe I'm not taking the action that I should be taking. Maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe I should be doing this. And so it's coming in like a fear to the nervous system, and that's sitting up to my brain, and my brain is interpreting it in lots of different ways. So if you look at it this way as well, emotionally, so I've got this emotional frustration. So emotionally, I've got this frustration because I can't control my timeline, basically. I have no control over it. And that is leading into, like, mentally, my thoughts are trying to solve that problem, except I can't solve it because I'm not in control of it, which is always when we get into really difficult situations in the mind, because we're stuck in a situation we can't control, and the mind tries to control the situation and work out a solution. But if you're not in control of it, you can't actually work out a solution. And so it's how we reframe that. And physically, because that's then feeding, that mental loop is feeding messages down into my nervous system that things are uncomfortable. My nervous system is then responding and sending back messages of tiredness, restlessness, dysregulation, because it's all feeling dysregulated. So it's all kind of feeding back into it. And then that dysregulation is feeding back up into the brain and adding to the fuel to the fire, essentially. So we're just kind of like stuck in this constant in out loop, going round and round and round. And spiritually, it feels a bit like I've got this creation energy building, but with nowhere to go. So it's all in here. And then it becomes about how I can personally regulate and reframe. This is one of the things that I've said before about how mindset and nervous regulation comes together. And this is definitely a situation where I need both. I need the right mindset, but I also need to be regulating my nervous system at the same time. And stopping myself seeing this as stuck energy and seeing it as a sacred time to build the foundations. And spiritually to see it as maybe I'm waiting for the right timing, the divine timing to come through and allow things to happen through me when they need to happen, instead of me trying to sit in the control center of everything that happens in life. So just allowing what happens to happen. You know, but like I'm doing this video, I've got a few notes, but I'm allowing what comes to come. Which is why sometimes when you watch my videos, I might go off into random tangents or stories because things will come up that feel relevant to me in that time, that I'm being given. And it's trusting. So it's trusting that it's all happening at the right time. So all of these things kind of need to feed back into each other. And I also create a little ritual that I can do to help myself when I feel like this, because this is going to help me to regulate the nervous system. And that's going to feed the regulation back into the brain, which will help me when I'm trying to calm those racing thoughts, because my body will feel regulated so my mind can allow itself to chill out a little bit. So the first step is to exhale the push. So this is to take 3 deep sighs. And while I'm doing it, saying to myself, nothing needs to happen right now. So it's like just literally, nothing needs to happen right now. Nothing needs to happen right now. Nothing needs to happen right now. And allow that to really sit in my body and feel it. Feel what that feels like in my body. To just trust nothing needs to happen right now. And then it's about reclaiming my direction. So asking myself, what one thing would make me feel a bit more grounded or prepared today? So something that's going to allow me to feel grounded, but also that's going to allow me to feel like I'm moving forward. Because we don't need the whole full kit and caboodle to feel like we're making progress towards our ultimate goals. And so how can I break it down so I'm still making progress and I still feel grounded and comfortable and confident in that? And then I can close that whole ritual idea with calm and just allow myself to know that even if I'm not making the big drive forward, I'm still moving forward, and I'm just moving forward in my own time, and I'm trusting that, and I'm trusting that the universe is bringing me what it needs to bring me when I need it, and just allowing all of that to kind of come together. So I'm breathing to calm the nervous system. I'm taking a positive action and reclaiming my direction of feeling like I'm still moving forward, and I'm then soothing my spirituality by knowing that I'm trusting in the universe that things are going to come when they're ready. So just try that. Next time you feel trapped, just try that whole step of working through the layers. So we go through our body, our mind, and our spirit, and we actually allow all of those layers to calm and to regulate. So we regulate our nervous system. We calm our mind and our racing mind, and then we connect with our spirituality. And when you get all of those things on board, then they all kind of flow really nicely. And we can accept that we're not being held back, we're being held steady. And that every delay is allowing us to make sure that we build gradually without recreating any burnout, without creating any negative mindset around it. And just knowing that you're not falling behind, you're not failing. It's not that it's not working, it's that it's happening at the time that is right for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you give these things a try and you see if you're you feel like you're stuck and you're treading water and that you're not quite sure how things are going to move forward because everything's being blocked, that you trust that things are happening in the right way for you. And if you found this video useful, remember to like and subscribe so you get my stuff in the future. And come and join me in my free group, The Sacred Pause. It's on school, and there's lots of techniques and tricks and other things in there that you can use. And it's a great community where people are all supporting each other. And I'd love to see you on the inside.